What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tyler. Behind me we have the Sandworm. There we have the Sandstorm. Today's video is actually going to be about the Sandstorm. You can't really see it, but in front of me I have multiple boxes from Rough Country for the Bronco. We have a rear bumper, a front bumper, a winch, some skid plates, and some molly panels to install. I'm not going to do all of this in one video because I'm going to assume the bumpers each are going to take me a while. So today we're going to install the front bumper, and if I have time, then I'll make another video installing the rear bumper, and then, you know, this or that. Anyways, we're going to start off with the front bumper, but if you see me in multiple videos in the same mismatch outfit, it's because I realized I had time to install another part and made another video. But make sure you like and subscribe. Let's roll the intro, and we're gonna go ahead and drag the front bumper out and start unbolting the plastic OEM one. All right, so I already brought my toolboxes over here, my old trusty Craftsman tools. We're gonna start by undoing the plastic skid plate under here. You guys saw in a previous video, we tried to replace that, but the skid plate I got wouldn't work with this bumper. So we're gonna remove that skid plate, and then we are going to remove the bumper. And I think the hardest part, after talking to the guys at Silo Hill Customs, because they put this exact Rough Country bumper on their Bronco, talking to them, they said the hardest part might be really the sensors. They said it's not that hard, you just don't want to make sure you get your sensors backwards or whatever. So we got to make sure we keep the sensors straight, and let's go ahead and start unbolting this stuff. And what's wild is when I put the skid plate back on, I just barely hand tightened those bolts. So we're going to set these aside in case we need them for something else. I do have a aftermarket skid plate from Rough Country that we're going to install with this front bumper, so I'll probably need them for that. But I don't know if I'm going to do that skid plate today because I have a winch that goes with it, and that winch I know is going to take me some time to install, because I heard with the hidden winch that I want to do, you kind of have to move the what's the radiator up and down. No, it's not the radiator. Anyways, whatever. But let's go ahead and continue getting this plastic off. So I gotta take this metal one off that I already installed. Got that out of the way. I'm gonna start unbolting the bumper, but I'm actually gonna disconnect the battery. I don't wanna mess up any of the sensors, because I know that shit will probably be expensive if I break it, so I don't want to do that. I want to make sure this goes as smoothly as possible. If you guys watch my previous videos, you know when I install lights and stuff, I usually don't unhook the battery. And I know a lot of times you're supposed to. I usually don't, but with this, with these sensors and stuff, I'm going to do it. So I'll check back in a minute, but I'm actually going to have to figure out how to take this bumper off. The rear bumper, I should have started with it because it's way easier to take off. This one's going to take me a minute to figure out how to get it off, figure out where the bolts are, so I'll check back in a minute. There's a couple bolts down here that I took off, and then I realized I didn't exactly know how to take this off, so I had to look up a YouTube video myself. Anyways, the rest of the bolts to take this off are actually behind this plastic, so you literally just pull these off and they clip out. And then you want to make sure you unplug your sensors. The plugs are right behind here. So right there, there's one plug. And then I am actually going to set this aside and take the sensors out later so that I can make sure they keep their orientation. So we're going to pull this out. We're going to unplug this other sensor right here. This one doesn't look like it was actually locked into place. So there we go. So there's your sensors. We will pull those out once we get the new bumper on. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to keep this on the driver's side, keep them oriented how they need to go so that I know exactly where they need to go on the new bumper. So we're going to set those aside with the sensors, and then we are going to do the same thing on the other side. But I don't know if you guys can see here. I'll bring you closer. There are 1, 2, 3 bolts right here. They are 12, 15. Yep, 15 millimeter. So we'll take those out on each side. So it looks like, depending on if the bumper comes off with this, we'll find out together. So I've already taken 2 off from the back side by the wheel, by the tire, and then these 2 right here. So it looks like there might be 5 on each side. We're gonna find that out together. If not, then we'll find where those other bolts are that we need to take out, but I think that might be it. So we're gonna pop this other sensor cover off, unplug the sensors as you go. So the ones on the inside lock into place. The ones on the outside are like a push pin style, so you push the plug in and pull it out. Actually, maybe it was just that one. Yep, there we go. So now that should unplug like that. And we have the other sensors out, like I said, keeping those in the plastic so I can keep them oriented how they need to be oriented. So we're gonna undo these bolts. We're gonna see if this bumper pops out how it's supposed to. Make sure not to pull any of the harnesses out with it. And I have not unboxed the Rough Country bumper yet. I'm assuming it'll come with new hardware. But if not, make sure that you keep the longer bolts for the front, and then the ones that I pulled out that are behind the bumper by the tires are shorter. So front, behind the tire, or behind the bumper. And the bumper already seems like it wants to come right off, so this might be super simple. The only thing I'm worried about is I have the adaptive cruise control, and I don't think I have the adaptive cruise adjustment or whatever, the relocation plate. So we'll see how that goes. This should pop off right there. We are hanging up, so we have, yeah, right there, there's the harness. We want to pull all these harnesses out. There we go. So now we can take the harness out of here. Be careful doing that. That made me nervous because I pulled on this wire a little bit more than I definitely wanted to. So, and I'm thinking I'm gonna have to take these tow hooks off because the new one comes with tow hooks. I always manage to make myself bleed every time I do one of these. So now is the portion where I should probably unbox the actual front bumper, which is right here. Check the instructions, see how it needs installed, see if I actually have the relocation plate for this. And yeah, we'll get that going. So I'll check back in a minute. Okay, so I didn't know, I thought I just ordered just the bumper. It looks like it comes with the relocation plate for the adaptive cruise control, but they also, so I knew the rear bumper came with lights. It came with the lights for the rear bumper. It looks like the front bumper came with 2 sets of their pods, which is super dope because I did not know that. So I'm super excited about that. That's awesome. I was kind of bummed that I was going to be losing my fog lights. So luckily we are not losing the fog lights, and I get to utilize my knockoff auxiliary switches that you guys saw in an earlier video that I installed, where that fuse box came from, where all these wires came from. So all right, let's continue unboxing all this, get the instructions, and let's actually start installing this thing. Okay, so if you have the plastic OEM bumper like me, there is this metal plate behind it that actually covers up this harness. So now we have the harness covered up, and we can unplug everything, unplug the fog lights, and then you just pull the harness out. And then I'm gonna make sure this stays oriented. This side goes to the driver's side, so I'm gonna make sure this stays oriented. So I plug all my sensors back in the proper way. This one's covered in mud, so we're gonna have to kind of dig this one out of here. But make sure you don't forget about your harness in there. All right, guys, just to catch you up where I'm at, I haven't really done much yet. I did take the tow hooks off, that's new. I did figure out we're gonna have to go ahead and do the skid plate. I can't do the winch yet though, because it's gonna require moving the intercooler up and everything. I'm not gonna mess with that today. That's gonna take a lot more time than I have this evening, so we can at least get the bumper on and get the skid plates and everything, and then Once we're ready to do the winch, we'll just have to pull those skid plates off, mount the winch, and move it up there and move the intercooler up. Luckily, they give you like the spacers and everything you need to move the intercooler. So we'll do that in another video. That's going to take a process to get that winch ready. But anyways, now I'm just looking for this bolt, which I can't seem to find. Once we remove that, then it'll be getting the bumper ready to be installed. Okay, so I found what this was. It was actually these pieces, and it is right behind here. So if you go from this point right behind, that comes out. But now we're starting on the bumper, so we're going to put the light pods on the brackets, and then we will do the adaptive cruise control relocation point, and then we'll get the sensors in there, and then hopefully at that point we'll be able to get this right bolted onto the Bronco. All right, so we've got the sensors and everything plugged in, the lights installed. I was a little confused at first because for the sensors, they don't fit like they do on the OEM bumper. So they actually have a little movement in there, and to do that, they give you this cap and a little foam piece that you install on the cap, which you can see I have installed there, which holds the sensor in place. There's a little bit of wiggle room. It's not factory OEM fit snug, but it's snug enough to where, you know, your sensors aren't going to bounce around. But we've got the new hardware installed, and they give you these plastic washers to hold it in place so you can lift the bumper onto there. I think if I'm able to, I think I'm going to get the bumper installed, and then I'll figure out where to zip tie the harness, because right now the harness is all plugged into the sensors. I think I need to check and see if the harness for these lights can plug into there. We're going to see that real quick, because I think there actually is splitters. I'm not sure what these are, but I think there's a splitter cable somewhere. Yes, see right there. So it looks like this should plug into the factory plug, and then these split and plug into your new fog lights, which I was going to utilize my auxiliary switches, but this is actually more handy. You can control these with the fog light switch. So 2 of those for each side. So we'll plug those in real quick, get the bumper up there, and then we will work on zip tying everything. Okay, so we've got the bumper mounted. We just need to tighten it down. There's just 6 bolts, 3 on this side, 3 on that side. And then we have to put the skid plate on that the winch is going to go behind eventually, and then the bar that comes with it, and then wire up the lights and everything. I thought that splitter would plug into the the fog light switch, but it won't. So what we're going to do is, it comes with a harness. I'm going to use those harnesses, and I'm going to install the inner 2 fogs to a switch, and then the outer 2 to a switch, and kind of point them in different directions. So we're going to do that, but let me get this bolted down, and then I'll check back in. All right, guys, so we have it done. I kind of had to rush towards the end because I ran out of daylight. It's late, it's 10 p.m. I got to go to work in the morning. So we've got the skid plate on. This bumper actually comes with a skid plate, so when we're ready to install the winch, we'll switch that out. We relocated the adaptive cruise control right there. We've got the sensors in. The only thing I really don't like about this bumper is that gap right there, but you know, it is what it is. We've got the lights hooked up, the rough country lights. They're actually super bright. And then we've got the bar on, so we've got potential to add more lights. I'm thinking, you know, a little KC light bar right there. But you can also put a winch, that portion right there as well, if you wanted to. I don't want to. I want to keep my winch hidden. But I'm gonna clean my mess up, and we'll talk more about this tomorrow. We'll go over the little hiccups that I had, the little tips and tricks I have for you. So I'll check back in after work tomorrow. I'm gonna pick up and go to bed. We'll finish this video tomorrow. All right, guys, so it's the next day. We've got the bumper all installed. The only thing is, I think I'm gonna have to get the adaptive cruise control recalibrated, because for some reason, if I'm in the left lane, it's reading the cars in the right lane and causing the Bronco to slow down or hit the brakes. So we're gonna have to get this recalibrated. But we've got everything installed. We've got the light pods hooked up, and the rough country pods are actually super bright. We've got stuff zip tied. We need to cut the zip ties, do some more cleaning up, especially back here. I got this zip tie hanging, so we're gonna clean this up a little bit more, obviously. Really put the finishes on it, and it looks like, I don't know what happened there. I didn't do that. So yeah, not sure what happened here. I didn't hit nothing. That paint's already flaking off, so we might have to reach out to rough country on this and see what happened there with that flaking off already. I don't want something with paint flaking. But anyways, I just did all that without hitting record. Said all that. But anyways, since you guys are here, check out my new glass cleaner. It's got ceramic in it, so it's better than Rain-X. It's called Window Licker, named after my dogs. And let's go ahead and do the final thoughts on the bumper. It's a good looking bumper. Rough country definitely nailed it with the look of this. I'm kind of upset that the bumper is dented over here and damaged. Paint's already flaking, so not thrilled about that. And the instructions could use some work, but that probably happened in shipping. Anyways, super easy to install, but like I said, the instructions could use some work, so there was a little bit of guessing that I had to do where things went. And I actually have quite a few bits and pieces that the instructions never covered. I have no idea where they go. There's a couple plates in there that I think could go on top of this bar and be used to mount like a light bar. I don't know, we'll figure that out. I'm gonna reach out to them to see what those plates are. But yeah, I'm super happy with the bumper. I'm gonna reach out to them, see if we can, I don't know, do something about the dented portion over there. But anyways, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.